Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Please be joined by Carson Chapin of Mason Football. How's it going, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Obviously the season came to an end last week. The playoff loss against Linden, but a season where you basically had to come off a year where you had basically everybody, and this year you literally had to replace everybody. Whenever a team goes through a change, and obviously it's just the ebbs and flows of high school sports, as you know. But what was it like to go through you've had a lot of big wins, a lot of tough losses, a lot of bumps in the road, and you still found a way to make the playoffs. I mean, five out of the six teams in your division made the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we knew it was going to be a tough schedule coming into the season. We knew all those guys. We wouldn't have an easy game, really. And I just think that we all knew what was ahead of us and what we had to do. And are there things that I think we could have done better? Like, obviously, but I think our team took good strides this year.
Yeah.
And honestly, we lose a few good contributing seniors, but other than that, our team's going to be back next year, and I'm excited to watch those guys because I really do believe they're going to be really good.
Yeah. Obviously, everybody knows. And, I've been to, I've not had the chance to go to Mason yet, and I think I need to. It's a small community. Obviously, I know, obviously a well-known team. Obviously your family is well known. Your dad teaches at the high school. What has it been like just growing up in this town and, growing up going to the games and all that stuff and then saying, I'm probably going to be part of this and now you are and now you're not going to be.
Yeah, that was tough Friday night. You're right. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time being a part of Mason football, and I'm grateful for it. And there are some hard goodbyes, but I am really happy that it happened, and I'm gonna miss it. But that's for sure. But I'm excited for new things ahead, and I'm excited to watch those younger guys ball out next year.
Okay, just for quick reference, remind everybody where you play, what position you played.
I played running back and a little bit of outside linebacker.
So, both sides of the ball obviously lost a lot this year. Like what was Mason has always been known for great running backs. Obviously, AJ set the standard a couple years ago. What has it and obviously there have been plenty of good ones before then too. But what was that like to follow in the footsteps of being a running back for Mason? Because it's there's been some big names that have done a lot of big things.
Yeah, right away, my junior year after AJ left, I mean, there's obviously some big shoes to fill and like standards. Like no one was really up to those standards, so that spot was kind of open for a little bit, and I mean, we had to kind of use it as a committee a little bit. So all stepped in, and it's been hard, but I think really knowing the offense just as well as anyone and like helping out the quarterback as much as you can, especially when you got some new people back there this year. And I think that really is helpful and really is a key to our offense.
Okay, I don't know if I've asked this yet to a football player, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. When you're around like new people, and this can be just anything, like, whenever you're starting a new class or starting a new job, and obviously you'll experience this, but when you're with new people that really kind of don't know the ropes, what's that like for you? Even though you were in that spot once too, and then now you weren't. What was that like being in that and then showing someone else how to do it?
Well, I think I kind of learned from the people above me, like obviously Kaysen last year when I was a junior, like he'd help me out if I didn't know, or even if I did know, he'd make sure I know. And so this year I kind of had to realize that no, I'm the one that knows, and maybe some other guys don't. And they actually got it pretty quick. Props to them. I mean, they knew their stuff really well. But if they needed anything, I'd help them out, and I knew the offense every single part of it. So I was I was pretty pleased to help everyone out if they needed it.
For sure. So, as I mentioned before, like this division probably, I think, obviously, you know, your division in the CAAC, I think I always get this confused. You're in the red. That I knew
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
The red has always been tough every year because obviously, with you guys, and of course, you got Hazlitt, then you got Williamston, and then you got St. John's, and then Fowlerville is always good, and then of course Lansing Eastern as well. But but this year, five out of the six teams, they made the playoffs this year, and every game's always, they always say like every game is, there's no easy games, and every game is a big game because I don't think there's any little games on the schedule.
No, no, there's not.
So what was that like to play a lot of those tough teams? Because, you know, going through all that experience and then getting ready for that and eventually that got you into the playoffs.
Um, playing all those hard teams, I think it's an advantage.
Yeah.
Obviously, your record might take some lumps, but I think playing those good teams and winning some teams against or winning some games against tough teams, especially like putting them away at the end, like that stuff helps comes playoff time. And obviously, it didn't reflect as much as I thought it would this season, but I'm sure for those younger guys that experience that, that stuff's going to help. And really, I mean, the, you, you don't know. There's no easy games. There's no guaranteed wins. You got to play because you don't know. You don't know when you play those type of teams.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously your time at Mason has had a lot of ups, a lot of downs, some highest of high moments, and obviously the lowest of low moments. And I think you know what I'm talking about. What was that like to experience, everything that you've had to go through in your football career, which included a trip to the state finals, um, you know, honoring those that aren't with us anymore, and then just going through and then just getting some more big wins in the playoffs, you know, and then just, yeah,
Yeah, so that was a interesting time for me because on that 2023 team, I was the only sophomore. Me and a lineman were the only sophomores up there, so I didn't really have many people that I'd played with before. I was kind of in unfamiliar waters, and obviously, yeah, we did have some low lows and ended up with some really high highs. But I mean, I I love them all. Like I can't give them enough credit for them for taking me under their wings and teaching me what it's like to be a bulldog and really setting me up for the next 2 years. And I can't thank them enough. They really started it all.
yeah. So, I always ask this of, football players that their seasons are done when they're seniors. What does football mean to you?
Uh, it's meant a lot. It's football, Mason football. It's the only team I've ever played for. It's kind of crazy, but it's an honor, really. I mean, I've played Mason football all my life, and yeah, I'm gonna definitely be missing it, but I'll definitely be following. And football is just it's taught me so many lessons. Really, it's shaped me into who I am today, and I'm proud to say I'm a football player at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, you don't know what's next for you. I know obviously you're taking a few visits to some schools and stuff like that. I know football is not done for you just yet. But obviously I know that the next couple months you're gonna be making some pretty big decisions.
Yeah, for sure.
So what are the next few months gonna be like?
Oh, I'm excited to see. I got to narrow it down slowly, but I'm for sure excited to get to know some coaches, players. Go out with some of my friends. Like I gotta like this visit to Alma next week is with two of my teammates right now, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see where my teammates go, and even if we're not together, still I'm gonna pay attention to them and hope for the best for me. So
All right. All right. Well, Carson, thank you so much for taking the time to do this, and congrats on a great year. And we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.